It's definitely raining on Labour's parade though, isn't it? With all the rumblings going on about power struggle behind the scenes.
We've all been lied to our whole lives. Can't you bloody tell? Across the ocean.
Well, hello you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to Storm Claudia. Apparently it's raining a lot. Raining on my parade, no doubt. It's definitely raining on Labour's parade though, isn't it? With all the rumblings going on about power struggle behind the scenes. Starmer may go, Starmer might not go. There's a threat for his leadership. Morgan McSweeney, as I covered in a previous video, leaking every wink everywhere and stirring up a storm. Pretty much all what's going on outside. Rachel Reeves with her, well, you say her budget. Yeah, it's Torsten Bell's budget, really. She's just the idiot who's going to stand there and present it, and she's going to be the scapegoat and the fall guy for it. And I've been saying that now for a fair while. You can see it coming. Well, she went to a business awards and to make a speech. Now, this is fine meme, you know, the one with the little dog drinking coffee when the house is on fire. It's the meme I use on X a lot whenever a Labour MP comes on and espouses bullshit, because they really genuinely believe that they are the good people, that they're doing what they've repeated their lie so much to themselves, they believe it. They really do believe that they are putting more money in our pockets. They really do believe they're smashing the gangs. They really do believe that they're making Britain a cleaner country. I mean, when it comes to the fact that our energy bills are the highest in Europe and we're struggling to pay them, and the government's response is to send more money to the Ukraine so the Ukraine can afford to keep their lights on, you know there's a problem. It's very similar to we're going to our first small nuclear reactor. We're going to open one of them in Wales, and it's going to create 3,000 jobs, and it's a great step forward. Well, these reactors take a minimum of 5 years to build and come online. So you're looking at 2030 if you're lucky. The 3,000 jobs they're creating are the construction jobs, because if you look at the operating of these small reactors, it only takes about 300 people to run it. So again, bullshit. A bit like Mahmood coming out and saying, I'm getting rid of police and crime commissioners because they're such a waste of money, and the money we're going to save we'll put back into frontline policing. Well, the money you're going to save by getting rid of one of them may fund 2 police officers, maybe 3 if you're really lucky. So in reality, it's going to make no difference at all. Basically what they want is they want to bring it all back in. This is the hypocrisy of the Labour Party. They want to devolve responsibility to everybody, but then also in the next breath take the responsibility they devolved to different people and bring it back to themselves. It's a classic example of Labour. But if you are going to a business meeting, and we're talking, you know, top businessmen and women, professionals, driven, respectful, and you get up to walk to do your thing and they are booing you and heckling you before you even got there, and then by all accounts she fumbled for a speech through continual boos and heckles and then finished and ran away, there's a problem. And the problem is everybody knows that this budget is going to destroy the country. It is going to be the worst thing ever. business leaders can see what's coming. They know what's happening. It's bad enough for them already when she smacked up the national insurance contributions for employers and also lowered the limit of when they've got to pay it. And then the new employment bills, which would just make it, the companies just won't employ anyone. Unemployment is up again. Oh, well, we've had a dip in production, and but that's to be expected because we had a rather conveniently timed shutdown at Land Rover, which I am still convinced was not a cyber attack. I think it was just the fact that Land Rover aren't selling any cars and decided to have a 3-week shutdown, but had to come up with an excuse other than the fact that we aren't selling cars. And also it now manages to be used as a convenient smokescreen for a drop in GDP again for another month running again. I mean, my daughter's landlord, private landlord, owns a house that my daughter rents. Messaged her yesterday, I may have to sell. Now, I'm sure she has come up with some quite blatantly obvious cock and bull story to cover that, but the simple truth of the matter is she's looking at the fact that if what comes to fruition in the budget, i.e. national insurance on rental income and all that sort of stuff, it's just not going to be worth renting a house out. It's going to destroy the housing market. There are going to be hundreds of thousands of people without housing, and the housing stock for rent will shrink, which means they could charge more on the rent, but they've also got to charge more on the rent because of what was sorry, something bit me on the neck, I think, because of all the tax increases they're going to add onto it. I rent my house. I'm looking forward to my rent skyrocketing. You know, it's coming to a stage where when you take into account your rent and your bills and all this, which of course are all going up, I'm literally not going to be able to afford stuff. And that's the biggest worry. And I think that's why everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be horrendous. It's the 14th when I'm recording this. It'll probably come out a little bit later than that. So at the time we're saying it's 12 days. At the time of recording. Probably a little bit closer by the time it comes out, as life is getting in the way at the moment. And I'll probably talk about that on a stream when I get the chance. But yeah, things are going to get really bad. A bit like the weather. It's just absolutely cacking it down, as you'll see on the screen right now. It's just horrendous. But it is what it is. It is autumn, and yeah, the good news is when the rain does eventually stop, it's going to get cold. And there is a possibility of next week me sitting here doing this in a snowstorm, maybe, possibly. Anything's possible in this country. I mean, of course, the slight hints of snow, and the papers are we're going to have Snowmageddon is their favourite one. But in any case, that's beside the point. So, I'm done. If you like what I'm doing and you agree with what I'm saying, because this is just my viewpoint, my opinion on it, then hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to select the bell to all, and do it on both devices. If you watch, if you got it on your mobile device, select it to all, so YouTube can ignore you and not give you a notification and keep my channel suppressed, because that's how they do it. You can like, which helps the algorithm. You can share, and you can comment. All these things help the algorithm and try and push videos a little bit further. It is what it is. Unfortunately, it is the game that we have to play. Now, if you tried the comments and the AI bots deleted it, don't worry about that. Coming up on the screen right now, Gobster talks about that. I can't speak today. It's gobstertalks@yahoo.com. I mean, it's written on the screen and even I can't do it right. It's an email address created for the channel. Write me there. Anything stays confidential, whatever you say, unless of course you want me to let people know. And that's it. I'm done. So, in this pouring rain, until the next one.
You said to me that you can't stand the well. dreaming.